We're joined now by safety Alonzo Addae. We'll go to questions, starting with Greg Hunter. Go ahead.
So Alonzo, again, everybody's looking at the Army offense. So how different is what you're going to be asked to do this time compared to the previous 9 games?
Army's a team that you have to play very disciplined. Obviously, you have to be locked in on your keys that much more because they have the ability to crease the ball at any time. So just that much more attention to detail on our keys and assignments.
Mitch Davis, go ahead.
Hey, Alonzo, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Hey, I talked to your coaches, and they talked about the culture of West Virginia football. Heard you guys exchange gifts and, went snow tubing and all that other great stuff. Talk about that and how you guys are using that closeness and that family attitude towards the AutoZone Liberty Bowl in your preparation for Army.
Could you repeat that last part for me? Sorry.
Yeah. How are you guys using that family atmosphere and that togetherness to prepare for Army?
Well, personally, this Christmas was different for me. This was the first time where I didn't have the ability to go home. So being able to have my teammates here and my coaches and just surrounded with that family environment really helped. I know a lot of people were in my situation as well. So I feel like it allowed us to bond together more. And we all have one common goal, and that's to beat Army. So I think just being around each other over the holidays has brought us closer.
Cody Nesper, go ahead.
Hey, Alonzo, just obviously this is your first year playing here. Just what did it mean for you to get all Big 12 second team?
It meant a lot. Like you said, this year being my first year at West Virginia, and also just having to sit out last year. The game was taken away from me. Obviously, I put in the work to reach, goals like this. But to be honest, I definitely wanted to achieve higher than that. And that's part of my decision in coming back was to, try and go do more.
John Antonic.
Alonzo, I know they don't throw a lot, but when they do throw, it's usually down the field. I'm sure eyes is something that everybody's been talking to you about. You're smiling a little bit. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So, with a team that runs the ball as much as Army, sometimes they catch teams by surprise when they have the ability to throw the ball. But like you said, it's a lot of downfield passing. So we definitely have to have our eyes in the right spots, or else we'll have guys running down the field wide open.
Carly Nevis.
Alonzo, you kind of alluded to it, but take us through what went into your decision to come back next year.
Well, since I left Canada, 4 or 5 years ago, I've always dreamed of playing in the NFL. I felt like, this season for me was definitely a blessing. But I definitely feel like I have things that I need to develop more and improve on, both on the field and off the field. Coming back and having the ability to start my master's degree is huge for me because that's something that I'll be able to take with me for the rest of my life. And then on the football field, there's things this year that I felt, it was my first time out there. Definitely felt, that I can improve a lot in my game, and I feel like it'll show.
Greg Hunter.
So I wanted to ask you about the academic side of things in terms of coming back. What are you going to get your master's in? And when you look around this team, do you start to feel like the old guy?
Definitely look around and start feeling like the old guy, but I'll keep things young. I'm going to be getting my master's in sports management, and that's something that even in high school I had a passion for, still being involved in the sports industry, but switching to more of the business side of things is where I'm headed.
John Antonic.
Last one for me, again, regarding the game. Does it get a little confusing because they have so many people carry the balls, recognizing personnel? I mean, they've got wingbacks and guys going in all different directions. Do you even concentrate so much on personnel, or is it what they're doing?
I think it's more so what they're doing. Sometimes you could get lost and they could catch you by surprise by trying to be too involved in who they're bringing into the game. But it also does tell some of the things they do, obviously, with personnel. So you have to be aware of it, but you also have to just focus on your assignment and your keys.
Cody Nesper.
a lot of the defensive coaches said that it's almost impossible to simulate what Army's going to be doing. So in your head, as you're going through practices or watching film, do you kind of have to speed it up yourself? Like just tell yourself like it's going to be faster than this, it's going to be sharper, things like that?
100%. Yeah, it's definitely difficult to replicate what they do, especially getting ready for them in a week's time. So you just have to pay that much more attention, definitely in the film room, and that stuff translates to the field well for a lot of us.